Alright, my goal here is to build the walls that we want to use inside of our Unity project. Get them set up for UVs so that we can have them ready to go as we make new variations, and we'll just build up our wall as we understand more about what we want to do with it. Eventually we'll start breaking parts and pieces off to make high poly versions or high poly accents such as trim, crown molding, kick plates, chair rails, anything that will add extra detail to our model. And so we'll just build it up like Lego pieces bit by bit. We'll start off with just actually making the walls in 3ds Max and bring them in to replace these inside of Unity, which we made in Unity early in the semester. So I want to start on a new scene, but I want to use this scene as a foundation of it because it has the reference that we want to use so much. So there's a couple ways we can do this. One, since I just opened it, I don't really have anything to save. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take this object right here, which is my reference, and hit save selected. And now I can create a new one for walls. And it'll be the same reference size we're using here. And when we carry that over, it'll carry the layer structure that's this object is involved with. But let's see what else it'll do. So let's hit open. Not going to save. Go to walls. Hit open. It should just be our reference guy, and it is. So it has the layers that came with it that were excluded, but that's okay. We can use the same thing, use the same structure. It's totally fine. So I'm going to build the walls, and I'm going to use the reference, the measurements we used inside of Unity, 2.5 up, 5 across, and then we'll make it like 10 centimeters deep. And that'll be an interior and exterior wall at the same time. So I'm just going to. Now this time, there's a couple ways we could take this and how we want to build this. I think it's probably best to go ahead and we'll start in the new layer. And I want to use the keyboard entry to do it. So I'm going to go into the front view, creation, keyboard entry. We want, let's say, 5 tab, 2.5. Actually, this is centimeters, right? So we need 500 tab, 250 10. Create. Alright, so I get the wrong direction, but that's okay. We can rotate that, reset. Now, what I want to do, I want the pivot point to stay at origin, but I want to move the box. So what I'm going to do is actually go to edit poly. Select element, grab it, stick it right there. I think we can snap to grid, so let's check that. Snap, right click. So you guys see what I'm pressing. Let's say grid points. There we go, locked into place. I don't use grid point too often, so I want to turn that off. So right click again to get the pop-up. Uncheck that, leave it on vertex, and then turn snap off. Sweet. Here's our first wall. So let's name it. This is my structure. This is my building block wall. I'm going to use this to build all the other walls off of it. So I'll call this basic. And then when I want to do something with it or something different, I'll make a duplicate of the wall, rename it, and move forward with my modeling. But since this is our wall, we can go ahead and collapse it down to an editable poly. So let's go ahead and do the UVs super quick, and I'll show you why I make my walls this structure. We're going to go ahead and open up the editor. Since it's a box, it has some UVs already structured. They're stacked on top of each other, but we can just hit flatten mapping and hit OK. And now we can see where our wall pieces are. And what I want to do is find the front, find the back, just know which one's which, so I can assign the front and to the bottom and the back to the top, or vice versa, whichever. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to rotate them. Now I want to organize this in a way that allows me to control the mapping. And since it's a box, it's going to have, you know, kind of a jigsaw kind of shape to it for the most part, and so we want to make sure that we take care of that well. That's the top. Might as well put the top to the top. That makes this at the bottom. Now I want to check the orientation of the walls, make sure that they're both pointing up. And the way we do that, texture checker in this little pull down. I'm going to hit F2 to get the red off. So we rotate that. The other side. It looks fine. Alright, so it's just going to line them all up and weld them together. And that will be our first wall made in 3ds Max. We'll export it out after this. Stitch selected. Stitch selected. Stitch selected. Select by element. Ooh, missed one. So now we have this orientated. Collapse 2. I'm going to hit save. We have our first wall, and we can export this out. Since I typed in the measurements, the wall hasn't changed size. It's exactly how it is. I don't need to reset the transforms, so I'm not going to this round. Here we go. Wall. This is basic. I can use this now inside Unity and replace the walls with the ones that I have inside here by importing in the new meshes. So we'll go models, right click, import new, go find our 3ds Max, export, and wall basic. Wall basic will drop into here. Now we'll rotate it and make sure that it matches. Now once we place this wall, we don't want to change to one in 3ds Max. We want to let it sit in the same exact orientation that it sits now, so that we don't have to keep realigning it. On the same note, we're going to probably just keep using this base wall right now as our structure, so that should be, we should be okay with whatever changes we choose to make, really. So I'm going to take that one. Here, we can zoom in. I'm going to hold V as in Victor and snap. Now I can take that wall and I can delete it. Now when I go back to my building, it has been replaced with the new walls. Here's how we do that. Open up the prefab by double clicking on it. Select the wall base. We go to materials. We can drop the wood right on it. And we got this other material. There's the floor, but we can use it for a wall for right now as well. I'm going to put that though to leave it the wood, because I need to make the wood texture inside Substance, which we'll do in the next video. And we'll update that texture. But now our walls have been updated, our building has been updated, and we just did a little extra step to make sure that we're set up. Cool.